From still trying to figure out how the quantum realm works, to Kang the Conqueror's supposed death. These are all the unanswered questions after watching Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The first unanswered question's been on my mind since the first Ant-Man. What is the quantum realm's deal, man? Let's be honest here. It's like an anomaly within an anomaly. Marvel writers have been pretty lazy about it and haven't given us any explanation about how the realm works. The earlier Ant-Man films didn't use it much, so we let it pass. But not anymore. The latest installment takes place entirely inside of it. Could have shed more light, guys, because there are so many bugs in your system. One of the first questions I had while watching Quantumania was, how are they breathing in there? Shouldn't the ecosystem be foreign compared to the Earth? After all, so many unique life forms exist there. But no, Scott and co. kept roaming around like nothing even mattered. Okay, I guess. But why are these new creatures mostly human-like? Take Bill Murray's Krylar as an example. Hank even asked him that, but Krylar just beats around the bush. So, is that all? Oh, not even close. I have to talk about the ant army. The realm made regular tech-savvy ants turn into a super smart new species. Not gonna lie, it was super cool. But at the same time, it made zero sense. I'd say we better stick to the less is more motto for the quantum realm. Looking for answers in this rabbit hole would totally make you go nuts. But interestingly enough, I didn't think anything else would stump me more than the realm. But then Janet Van Dyne came along. Like, why did she constantly stay mum? Okay, maybe Van Dyne stans will come at me for this. But good lord, the woman's secrets just kept getting on my nerves. Like they were endless. She just kept throwing curveballs, baffling us even more and more. For instance, why didn't she warn everybody about Kang? I know, she was ashamed for unknowingly giving him the quantum throne. But some caution would have prevented this multiversal threat. Van Dyne knew how bad it would be if Kang got out. And if you see her comic book plotline, this is totally an out-of-character move for the OG Wasp. Weirdly enough, she was all up for Ant-Man diving casually into the realm before. Remember how Scotty got stuck there during the blip? Janet was happy to assist in getting the particles for Ghost then. I think we're looking at yet another MCU plot hole here. Hannah John Kamen's character reminds me of yet another question mark. But you wondered about this too. Why was Ghost a no-show in the threequel? Looks like Marvel introduced and then totally forgot her. Yes, Ava Starr is set to appear in the super high project Thunderbolts, but that still doesn't explain her absence in the Ant flick. Heck, the Van Dynes didn't talk about her even once, and the last time we met them, they were trying to help Starr. We still don't know if Ghost got blipped or not. I guess the most probable reason for her absence is there was just no space for Ava. If fan favorite Lewis can get cut, why not the newcomer? After all, Lord Kevin wasn't playing around in Quantumania. He had to introduce the big baddie of the multiverse saga. So Kang's debut took precedence over the other tiny bugs. But here's the thing. The side character's exclusion was probably for nothing, because the Conqueror's intro wasn't as smooth as the fans would have liked. I mean, it left us with even more questions. The biggest one being, how did Kang get stuck in the realm? The first time we see our latest antagonist, he hasn't actually peaked. Turns out, it's a villain that needs help. The Conqueror confesses he was exiled to this dimension. So the film's mid-credit scene reveals that the Council of Kangs betrayed him. But the revelation ends there. We never discover why they did it. Luckily, there were some hints sprinkled throughout the movie. I managed to scrape them, and here's my theory. Kang the Conqueror wants all power to himself. Like a true multiversal Time Lord, he definitely doesn't want to share it with the Council. It could be that the group is trying to destroy time, but Ant-Man 3's antagonist didn't let them. That's why they sabotaged his ship and he crashed into the realm. The good news is the variance conflict has set the stage for Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Still, Kang's first step in Quantumania left most of it unanswered. And just like his entry into the realm, someone's exit left more crumbs than we can digest. Looking at you, Scotty. How exactly did he and Hope return home? I'm still scratching my head at this one. At first, the movie's climax really upped the antes. There was only one way back for our heroes to return. It was with the portal created by Kang's multiversal engine. Only the engine was damaged, so it's now or never. Hank, Janet, and Cassie even managed to return to their reality, but Hope chose to stay with Lang. Apparently, they'll both be trapped in the realm for eternity. This high-stakes scene brought me to the edge of my seat, and the couple's emotional moment really made me tear up. And then, boom! Cassie flicks some buttons on her quantum beacon, and the portal opens again. How? Don't get me wrong, I'm all for happy endings, but this one reduced a perfectly good sacrifice to shambles. Why raise the bar if you'll crash it down so easily? The movie never explains how Cass did that, and her beacon was supposed to be for communication. It definitely wasn't a gateway. But on the bright side, now we may meet Ant-Man and the Wasp again in Avengers 5. Speaking of Earth's mightiest heroes, they were mostly absent in this threequel, except for a name drop. Oh boy, that was enough to chill my bones. And confuse me even more too. Did Kang actually kill a hammer-wielding Avenger? He dropped that massive bomb out of nowhere, and I'll bet it spooked everyone to their core, thinking he killed Thor, the god of thunder. Given how powerful the multiverse master is, it's actually possible. But you know what? I heard this mind-blowing theory. Some people raised a valid question. Is Thor the only one with a hammer? I mean, aren't we forgetting someone else can pick up Mjolnir too now? Captain America, of course! And let me blow your mind some more. Did you know Captain America skimmed through the realm to return Mew Mew? So maybe on the way, he ran into Kang. I know Cap returned as an old man, so he's obviously not dead. But what if the multiversal Time Lord thought he killed Steve, and that's why he vanished? Whoa. Just because a character disappears doesn't mean they're dead, and this changes everything! Especially if you look at the biggest mystery of Quantumania. Is Kang really dead? Like, come on, killing the villain in the first rodeo doesn't make sense. Need I remind you he's the star of the multiverse saga? So I don't think he bit the dust just like that. We just see him plunged into his engine's explosion. For all we know, he hopped onto a quantum realm time vortex. He did rule the realm, so he probably knows its inner workings too. That makes one of us. I think the film's post-credit scene confirms this theory. It introduces us to Victor Timely, another Kang variant ready to wreak havoc on the multiverse. But you know what? I think Victor is the Conqueror in disguise. He's in the past, maybe by a time vortex. Now he has to start anew with an inventor's identity. And Loki and Mobius sure have their hands full with him. Even if Timely isn't the Kang we just met, I'm sure the supposedly dead one is lingering somewhere. Maybe he's pulled deep into the realm, waiting to sneak attack our superheroes. All in all, he's not just a bug that the Avengers' boots can squash easily. So, from still trying to figure out how the quantum realm works, to Kang the Conqueror's supposed death, those were all the unanswered questions after watching Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.